Everyone, it is Ayana, your resident transformation health coach. And as usual, coming to you with the advice on how to transform your mindset so you can transform your healthy habits for life, okay, and get the results you want for life, like I did. I was able to lose 50 pounds from health coaching. And so I sing it to the mountaintops because, it was the first thing I had done that emphasized changing your mindset, which is why I come to you every Sunday with some mindset tips and things that you can do. And as you know, it is Mental Health Month, May, woohoo! And because the work that I do is so heavily based on people's mindsets, I firmly, firmly believe that we work on our mindset and we work on being more positive and work on, our mental health, we get a better health outcome, okay? It gives us the resilience to be able to keep getting back up again when we fall or when we feel like we fail, etc. Okay, so thank you for joining me in my bedroom for this live video since I have my toddlers sequestered in the other room. Shout out to all the parents out there who know what I'm talking about like locking the kids out. So here we go. We're going to do this and see if they will let me get through like a 10-minute advice video with you all today. Okay. So I hope you guys are all doing well and happy Sunday to you all. You deserve it. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a good weekend. It's so beautiful out here in the Bay Area. It's gorgeous. Hey, thanks for showing some love. It's gorgeous out here. So I hope that you're experiencing good weather wherever you are and really getting ready to enjoy your 3-day weekend. Okay. You deserve it. We all deserve it. We deserve that break. All right. So now, as you probably saw in the title of this video, it is called, I really appreciated this quote by ANAïS Nin, and it says, "We do not see things as they are. We see things as we are." When I heard that, mic drop, right? It's just so powerful, and it says so much in just so few words. It's so powerful and wonderful. And the way that I actually got reminded of this powerful statement was from the online gym that I use called Daily Burn. Now, if you've been following my social media, I've actually been posting Wednesday workouts that I do from Daily Burn. I'm not a personal trainer. And, if you're like me and you don't want to have to try and think through your workout and get creative and you just would rather leave it to experts, you can use an online program or you can use YouTube videos and things like that by experts who know what they're doing and can help you, get the strength, mobility, flexibility, and cardio all in one workout. And so that's why I love Daily Burn. And they also have a lot of variety. And also one thing I love about them too is that they're very holistic. So if you want to learn more about that, I'm like, they don't sponsor me or anything. I just am in love with them. And they helped me, by doing their online workouts, it was a huge part of me being able to lose the 50 pounds that I lost. So if you are someone, and it doesn't matter what level you're starting out at, they have workouts at every level. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know because I'd love to give you a discount on their monthly subscription. It's already inexpensive. So just hit me up and let me know. All right, so with that said, one of the things that they do is they do inspirational quotes, and they brought up this quote during a workout, and it was so powerful. I was like, I need to do a video about this, and so I'm going to be referring to my notes here. Now, one of the things that when we're talking about this quote and what it really means, right? It's important that we understand that our perception is what determines what we see and how we react to everything. Okay. When I figured this out a few years ago about myself, it was a game changer in my life. So I didn't realize, so many of us, we feel like we are at the mercy of our to-do lists. We feel like we are at the mercy of our lives, of our schedules. And I felt that way too. I felt so overwhelmed and I just didn't feel like I could fit in healthy habits anywhere. How am I supposed to find time to work out when I'm have this to do and that to do and the third, and I'm responsible for so much. And I'm sure you probably feel that way too. But as soon as I started to realize, wait a minute, as soon as I was getting, therapy and coaching, and I started to realize how much my perceptions were coloring the way that I was looking at the world, it was amazing that all of a sudden, once I got a more positive mindset, all sorts of creative solutions started opening themselves up. Okay. And so that's what I want to help you guys with too. And when it comes to our health goals, this is especially true. We see this oftentimes, we can notice this in the little things that we do. If you've ever had, a day, woken up in the next morning and you didn't have enough sleep, or when you're feeling really hungry, or you're going through something in life, or you're in a pandemic, or you are, feeling emotionally spent, or you're not feeling well physically in your body, that can manifest itself and show up in how you perceive the rest of the world. So when I was feeling really overwhelmed, and again, before I kind of transformed my mindset to something more usually positive, it was very easy for me to feel like a victim and to feel like, well, I'll never be able to find time for working out. I'll never find anything that I like to do. I will, it's always going to be boring. It's always going to suck. It's always going to be lame. I don't want to go to a gym because everyone's going to be looking at me. All of that is exactly that. That is coming from the you and not reality. Okay. And when I got that, it was an important lesson for me to learn, and it helped transform everything. So in other words, another way of looking at it is you are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. Just because thoughts come up in your head, I'm not good enough, I'll suck, everyone's going to be staring at me in the gym and judging me. Just because you have those thoughts don't mean that they're facts. And it doesn't mean that they're real, and it doesn't mean that you have to subscribe to them or follow them, okay? And in fact, by subscribe, you can choose a different narrative for yourself, okay? Now, just because it's simple for me to say this, it doesn't mean that it's easy to do. It takes time and it takes work, but it is really powerful. Let me just look here. Oh yeah, so here's the important thing to realize. So if you're someone who, you try to exercise, you try to eat well, but you're kind of up and down, or you just haven't really been able to stick to something, remember that, so many of us have defeated ourselves before we even begin with that negative self-talk we feed ourselves, okay? So we have to really understand that we do not see the world as it is. We see it as it is in our heads, as our perception and our experiences have told us and shaped the way that we view the world, okay? But the good news about that is that you can change your perception, okay? But here's the thing. So I actually have an experiment that I want to do with you all, okay, that I loved. This is an Oprah experiment, and Oprah's still my girl. And she did this experiment. There's a YouTube video, and I think when I find it, I will post it in the comments because it's really powerful. But what she had everyone do was she had everyone just close their eyes, okay? So I'm gonna have you guys close your eyes with me. We're gonna do this together. Trust exercise. I'm gonna close your eyes. What I want you to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to bring up just kind of like an everyday item, and I want you to just imagine it coming into your head, okay? And then I'm going to say the next item, and I want you to move on to that. So the first item I want you to imagine in your head is a red triangle. Okay. Now the next item I want you to think about is a tree by the lake. Okay. Now, the next item I want you to think about is a brown cat. And the next item I want you to think about is a golden retriever puppy. Okay, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for doing that with me. So here's what she described that the lesson of that was. This was something that a yoga teacher had taught her how to do. What happened is, as you are describing these objects and you're closing your eyes and you're thinking about them, if you notice, you are able to release, when I said, red triangle, and then I said tree by the lake, you are able to think about the red triangle first, and then release it and move on to think about the tree by the lake. And then you're able to release it and move on to the next example, and then release that and move on to the next example. So what's powerful about that is that we have more control over our thoughts than we think we do, right? And that's an empowering exercise. And if you missed that, if you just joined, you're gonna wanna rewind back to this section in the video to do it again. But what's powerful about that is we do not have to just exist in our thoughts. And sometimes our thoughts, especially when they're overwhelming or when we're going through something, we can feel really caught up in our thoughts and as though our thoughts are spinning out of control and as though they're fact. And especially when it comes to our health goals, man, there's no way I'm going to lose weight. There's no way I'm going to get healthy. There's no way I'm going to be able to eat healthy, for life. I've been doing it this way so long. I've been doing it that way so long. Our thoughts, our negative self-talk is a huge part of what sabotages us, okay? So as you saw with that exercise, you were able to think about each item and just release it and let it go, okay? Now again, with those really powerful negative self-talk, sometimes it can take practice and support. So I definitely encourage you that if you need support with this, to reach out to me, because that's part of what a coach does. You know, part of what a coach helps you with is to help you recognize that you're doing it, recognize that you have that negative self-talk pattern, and also give you some tools to release them. Okay, so if you struggle with doing that on your own, definitely book a free session with me. And I actually put a link in the description for why you need a health coach, like why a health coach is important. A transformation health coach can change your life, and you'll want to click on that if you've ever been curious. Oh God, my 3-year-old's calling for me. Okay, here we go. We're gonna wrap up. And then a second tip that you're going to want to do, so that Oprah experiment was so powerful, and I hope that you got out of that the fact that you do have way more control over your thoughts and your thinking than you think you do. You know, it doesn't mean that our negative thoughts are bad or evil. It just means I can recognize them, and I put distance in between them and me. They are not me, and just because I have them doesn't mean that they're fact, and I can release them and move on to something more positive. And then also the second thing that I want to encourage you all to do is to set mini goals for yourself. Okay? Set mini goals for yourself, because that way you don't set yourself up for failure. So if you said to yourself, well, I want to climb Mount Everest tomorrow and I don't get off the couch. Maybe not, right? But setting mini goals is also another way to help you work on your mindset at the same time. Giving yourself permission to start from where you are right now and move up. So for example, this morning I went on a run. Every Sunday I do my runs, and I had an 8-minute and 45 second pace in there that I was like, because if you knew me not that long ago, my pace was a 12 to 13-minute mile when I first started running. Okay, so if I'm now at the 8:45, I didn't expect myself to start there. I started out slowly and I worked myself up, and you can do that too. You get to give yourself permission to get stronger over time. Okay. And finally, with all of that, I have some announcements to make. So the first announcement I want to say is we are all in full summer mode. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Woohoo! And if you want to get it right for the summer, okay, and if you know that you need help, you really need to work on your mindset while you're also working on these goals at the same time, you want to make sure that they last you for life. Well, guess what? That's where a transformation health coach comes in. You can book a free session with me, as I described earlier, and you can click my new and improved, updated website in the description. I'm so very excited. So click that link so that you can figure out, sign up for a free session with me. And also, finally, too, I'm also doing 2 cleanses. I have 2 different cleanses to offer, a 14-day cleanse and also a 30-day cleanse. So if you know that you want health coaching support, these are an opportunity to reset your system and your nutrition and to really start from basics. We're going to figure out, what types of things might be allergens to you, might be irritating you, might be making it harder for you to reach your goals. And these are affordable options. So if you've ever wanted to do coaching, hit me up because I'd love to support you. Okay? So with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Memorial Day weekend. You deserve it. Enjoy yourselves. All right? Bye, everyone. See ya. Oh, and by the way, message me for more information about that, or you can book a call in the link over there. All right. Take care, guys. Whoa, take care, guys. Bye.